What's up? I haven't made one of these videos in a really long time, and I'm hoping uh, where I set up in this little studio office thing, I have two heating vents, and this is literally the coldest room in the house.
Well,
So they they're noisy. So I'm hoping I change locations where I record these. So I'm hoping that it doesn't interrupt the video, but it might, and I might have to record it. So you may never see this, but it's there. So I wanted to make a video and talk about different ways of practicing. I've been watching different guitar YouTubers and have been inspired to practice modally, where I usually I do play modally, but not as chords change. Like I would play a major key, right? I might play major pentatonic, and I might switch to the relative minor pentatonic, and then play just a major scale, and then like chord tones. That would be typically my approach. But I wouldn't like switch to a mode based on the chord that's being played. And I saw a video from a guy that goes pretty deep. He's into jazz, so he goes into some fairly deep into music theory, and that was one of the things that he talked about. And I thought that would be a good thing to practice. So that's what I've been doing lately, is just kind of concentrating on playing over chords, but playing the modes inside those chords, and then not targeting, but sort of highlighting the notes, the intervals in that particular mode that make it sound like that mode. So I thought a good place to start, maybe I'll do a couple of these and go into multiple modes. If you're not familiar with modes, this could be a good way for you to wrap your head around what they are versus just playing. You're like, oh, this is the Dorian mode just starts on the second interval of a major key and then goes all the way through to the ninth or something. Even more to kind of hear what they are. So I have a loop there that I played here a little in the beginning. It's just 1/4 in G, and the only difference, so that's Ionian and Lydian, and the only difference in Lydian and Ionian is Lydian has a sharp 4. And the reason it has a sharp 4 is because that is the 7th of the major key. But on its own, in context, it sounds great, right? Because you're leading kind of back to the 1. So the furnace just stops. So it might just suddenly get clear. I don't know. You're leading back to the 1 by that 7th, but on its own, it doesn't sound great. So the major would be, and then the Lydian would be starting on the 4. But it doesn't sound great, but it's kind of a Lydian sound. So that would be a Lydian sound. So when you kind of solo over that, if you're on this G, you would play, G stop. And if you're on this C, you would do the same thing, same chord tones, except you would sharp the 4. So that's the 3. That's the Lydians. And that would be the Lydian sound in that. But you don't want to land on it. You don't want to target it, right? You just want to pass over it. If you land on it, it's going to sound it's just going to sound really bad, because it's really, I can't think of the word I'm thinking about right now, but it's harsh. So really, I mean, that's it for those particular 2 modes. So if you're playing something that has a 1/4 in it and you're playing a solo over it, you can highlight. What you would do modally if you were just playing an Ionian, you might hit that 7 anyway, because you know it leads to the 1, but you might not be cognizant of why. And this is a good way to practice it intentionally so that you learn it all over the neck and you're thinking, oh, I'm over the 4 chord, I can play Lydian over top of that. So a small demo of playing over the G chord and playing over the C chord, but sharpening the 4 on the C chord. Here we go. G, C, G, C. That's a Lydian note. C, Lydian note again. Back to the G right here. C, Lydian. Lydian note again. So I hung out a little bit. Really, that's it. So to practice that, any key, and then you just sharp that 4 on your when you're over that 4 chord. And then I guess I learned there that I hadn't really done that before. To you can kind of hang on that Lydian note, especially if you resolve to that tonic. It gives some cool sounds. Really, that's it. So I think I want to do a couple more, and I think of these, if this is helpful at all. And then I'm going to move 1, 4, 5. So we'll pick up the Lydian and kind of go over that. And then I want to add the 6, which is Aeolian, which we all kind of know, but it might be good to kind of, and then slowly go Dorian and Phrygian. And I'm not going to worry about Locrian because nobody needs that. That might be kind of cool series of small videos to go over to dive into more modal stuff. All right. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.